Transient Hypofrontality. What could that mean? Today I'll discuss with you the benefits of walking and how you can increase your creativity and fitness with this simple method. It all began a few weeks back when I was showering. I stood under the hot water for a while and all of a sudden a stream of ideas came rushing into my head. I wrote it down afterwards and that's when I remembered that... Wait, that's not a good place to talk.
This is much better. So where was I? I remembered reading that a lot of well-known people like Einstein or Charles Darwin used to take long walks to boost their creativity and fitness. Here are a few numbers. Einstein walked 5 kilometers per day, Darwin 3 times 45 minutes, Charles Dickens took 3-hour walks, Tchaikovsky took 2-hour walks, and Beethoven went out after lunch. But why are they doing this and what has showering got to do with this? There is an answer. It is a neuroanatomical theory and it comes from the neuroscientist Arne Dietrich. It is the theory of transient hypofrontality. Transient meaning temporary, and hypofrontality means that there is a reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex of your brain. Now this region is dedicated to making decisions, guiding you through actions and emotions, basically planning and acting out everything you do consciously every day. But when you're busy making automated movements like walking, jogging, showering, and also meditation and hypnosis, your prefrontal cortex has just a little less energy reserves left and operates in a slightly different status than it would normally do. So how come less function of the brain is better than more function? Well, maybe better isn't the right word here. It's just different. Your brain acts in a different way than it would normally do. Different way to operate equals different thoughts. Now there are also the terms flow and runner's high, which you might have heard. Let me explain them real quick to differentiate between them and the transient hypofrontality. Flow is a feeling that you are in control of the action, there is a goal ahead, your attention is very centered, and you have the feeling that time is flying by. And it is also very enjoyable. It is the situation when you work at a project and you are so focused that you could work for hours without being tired, and everything just seems to work out. It's likely to appear when the skill of the person and the demand of the task are about the same, they match, and transient hypofrontality can lead to flow. On the other hand, runner's high is a feeling of euphoria or strength when you're running, and it can sometimes even feel spiritual. Now the number of people experiencing this is somewhere between 10 and 80%, so it's not very clear. It cannot be predicted when and if it will appear, and it seems to be a lot more common with experienced runners than with beginners. Now the true existence of this phenomenon remains debatable in science, but the most likely explanation is the release of endorphins and endocannabinoids, let's just call them happy hormones. What is proven though was the effect of running on brain activity. Before running, the brain activity was comparable to a fatigued person, and after running it returned to a normal called waxing and waning of activity between the left and right hemisphere of the brain. The runners could think more clearly afterwards, they weren't tired anymore, and they could study and concentrate much more effectively. So now, how do we put this all together? Now we have transient hypofrontality, we have flow, and we have runner's high. As we've learned before, automated movements like walking and running can induce a transient hypofrontality. That means that your prefrontal cortex is busy. Now when the skills and the demands of the task meet, that means a flow can occur. And this is where the magic happens. If your brain has been busy trying to solve a problem, maybe this altered state can give you the solution you were looking for. Now runner's high has an extra position here. It is more rare, it is more about feeling good than being creative, but after going for a run or a walk, your concentration and overall activity will be much better. And now to the other benefits of walking or running. You get to go outside and breathe, hopefully, fresh air. If you've been working at the computer screen all day, it's a welcome change for the eyes. They weren't made to look at a close distance for hours. Walking is great for the digestion after a meal. It's good for the posture. It lets you move your muscles. I could go on. So if you're finding yourself having difficulties with a creative problem, if you're tired or depressed, or lack the motivation to work out, then just go for a walk. A quick pace is probably better than a slow one. It's a great way to structure your day too. Your brain and the rest of your body will thank you. I hope this was helpful to you. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and tell me in the comments how you feel after going for a walk. Bye.